and welcome to the David Tomsic Show, fighting tyranny one day at a time. Okay, I have a formula for you to figure out. Donald Trump plus MAGA equals, here's the answer, revolution. Why? The very concept of MAGA, making America great again, really doesn't exist in reality. It's a concept. It's a state of mind. The phrase itself is very ambiguous. What is considered great? And everybody has a different version. And you see, what's great about it is those that support this slogan and the president that created it can make up whatever they want to make up to make America great again in their own minds. Less black, less brown, less gay people, whatever. They can create a day or a time that was great. And they can then bring it forth to their little world today. But America is not going to be great again because it never really was the country we think it was. No country's perfect. And as an empire, and I've talked about this in the past, we are starting to slide downwards. Gravity's pulling us back down. It happens to every empire, no matter what, regardless. I've talked about this many times. So what do we do with MAGA then? What is really happening here? Well, besides the ugly red hats that are embarrassing to see, MAGA really represents a lot of different things, but it's founded in racism. And I've talked about this. Others have talked about this. It's the politics of hatred, of racism, homophobia, xenophobia, greed. And don't forget the distaste they have for empathy and for caring for others. This is obvious because the things that people agree with under the Trump administration, basically taking health care and benefits off of a people, firing people from their jobs, attacking those that disagree with Donald Trump, the attacks Donald Trump has made against the Constitution. These people that agree with that fall into this category because the end result is just that, attacking those that are less fortunate, attacking those that are minorities, attacking those that don't fit into our mindsets, to our belief of how America can be great again. Actually, what they're saying is America will be great again when we get rid of these people. See, once we get rid of these people and put everybody else in their place, life will be great. But it won't. Because once again, you still have hatred and division in our country. You cannot survive as a nation divided. You can't. It's impossible. No one addresses this. No, he promised to fix the divide. Of course, that's absurdly ridiculous. And so many people that try to send me comments, and it's really like, goes back to Joe Biden so often. You know, Joe Biden's not even the president anymore. We want to go back and say he did this and he did that. Well, he might have, and if he did, okay. I was never a Biden fan anyway. But right now, we're in a war situation. We have a president attacking our freedoms, our Constitution, our way of life. The global system itself that is held together by the United States. Not ideal circumstances for the average American. It's still early, but things will deteriorate. See, it's only been since January that Donald Trump has been in office. So not everything that can go wrong will go wrong yet, but it will. Will part of that be making America great again? No, it's never going to happen, friends. Put the hats away and maybe use some common sense and burn them. Don't be seen in public with them because they're ugly and they stand for hatred. Yeah, hatred with a capital H. So how do we fix this? Well, the truth is we can't. See, Donald Trump was able to unify far right-wing people, militias, basically those type of people that are dominionists, the evangelical section of the Christian church that are dominionists, thinking that they should take over the seven mountains of society. I talked about this yesterday. Watch that video. So these people more than happy to join the bandwagon. Of course, the racists and all the people that are anti-immigration, that are anti-gay, that are anti-anything that isn't something that they believe in, they all joined that group. The problem is that we've had these issues, immigration, homosexuality, you name it, since the beginning of time. This isn't new. You can't get rid of it. You can't legislate against it. You can't fix it by just saying you're not allowed to do it anymore. It doesn't work that way. It does not. Unfortunately for most Americans who are behind the MAGA movement, they truly think that there is a fix. They truly think that with enough executive orders and, of course, using the military and police and just outright bullying, that they can fix America. But is that the America you really want? Someone to bully you into doing what they want you to do? Is that what you want? And the answer is yes. This is what these people want. And then they'll go back and say, well, Joe Biden, and that in itself is an issue that we really can't even address on this program. That in itself is an issue that's psychological in nature. And it is true, having talked to some psychologists, I realized after my discussion with them that people who hang on and need to find these bad guys have some issues. They have maybe daddy issues, maybe mommy issues, maybe issues with who they really are. And they want so badly to be part of a group, to see the things they saw before. But here's the funny thing, people. Most of these people have not seen any difference in their lives from Obama to Trump to Biden to Trump. Most of these people that we're talking about, his supporters, have not seen any changes. Very little, if any. That means that everything they've said about how the world really is fake. Everything they've told you of how bad it all is, how everything's collapsing, how everything's hideous, and how we're heading toward communism, and all these crazy things that people have said. That's the real fake news, is Donald Trump creating the environment that makes people believe that everything's at the end. Without him, nothing can be fixed. MAGA, join us. We're going to fix it and make America great again by getting rid of everybody that's brown, that's black, that's yellow, that's from India, that's from China, that's gay, that is not a Christian. We're going to get rid of all those people. And we'll give them a choice. Be white, be Christian, and maybe we'll let you in. Okay, you see how ridiculous it is? And it always has been ridiculous. This is the problem. People have not realized how big of a con this really was. The master con man, the grifter in chief, used these people like a wrench, used them like a hammer, knew how to manipulate them, knew what they didn't like, played upon their fears, their anxieties, their shortcomings. He played them like a fiddle. And he knew what they wanted to hear. He knew who they hated. And interestingly enough, it's the same people he hated. A match made in heaven, or not. So where do we go from here? Well, for Donald Trump and his right-wing coalition to get what he really wants, an America that's whiter and richer for the rich, he's got to do draconian things. His tax bill, for instance, if it's passed by the Senate, will be the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. The history of mankind. No tax bill, no other time will there have been more money transferred from the young people of this country to the richest of the rich in the history of the world. And they're okay with it. I'm okay with it. Are you brainwashed? Maybe. When you've been indoctrinated into believing that GOP, the Republican Party, cares about people, when you've been indoctrinated for so long how the Democrats are evil and they're demons and all these things, when you've been indoctrinated and told that over and over again, you end up believing it. I've told you this on the air. Someone said, did you get that information from a Democrat? What if I did? It's not real. Who told you that? Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, Sean Hannity. The Fascist News Network. Go down the list. Bill O'Reilly. Yeah, Bill O'Reilly. Yeah, he reinvented himself. You go down the list of these right-wing talk show mouthpieces, and you find out the same thing. They're all rich. They all make a lot of money, and they're all on the same side. The side of the white rich guy who wants to dominate, still be able to manhandle women if you want, still be able to tell the blacks to get in the back of the bus, still tell the Chinese, get out and take your junk with you. We're going to make it here ourselves, and then you can't. It's 5 times the price, and it goes on and on. That's how it is. Sadly, most people don't look too deep into a situation. Most people just want to feel good. They want to feel better. They want those fantasies in their mind to be tickled, to be brought to life. And they have to do it in their mind because it's not going to happen in the real world. Donald Trump's never going to make America great again. And if he does, there will be a civil war because he will need to use those draconian methods. He will need to use the military, the police, ICE. He'll have to bully people. He'll have to threaten people. He'll have to send squads out to quell protests. He will have to deport people by the tens of thousands because ultimately the things he wants to do are unconstitutional. The things he wants to do are inhumane. The things he wants to do are just plain, flat out un-American. But there's a new America coming under Donald Trump, right? The great white America. Well, that will lead to civil war. And all the groups that have been left out, all the groups that have been splintered, all those groups will join together and come against Donald Trump and his fascist backers. Join the revolution, friends. It's time to stand up to tyranny. And on this channel, we stand with you. That's all the time I have. Thank you for joining me. I hope you like, subscribe, and share our video. Please don't forget to go over to our sister channel, Nights Around the Fire. If you like legends, mysteries, and myths, that's a great channel. Outside of that, I'll see you next time right here on the best channel for news, information, analysis, and commentary, The David Tomsic Show. See ya.